What's going on? Six man K Styles, six man combo. Let roll. It's the final countdown.
That's all I wanted.
It's the final countdown. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, people, man? Six man K Styles here, man, with the six man combo. Yes, we are still doing experimental times here. So, as Mad Mike Sports says, we're gonna try this 6 o'clock hour just to see how everybody likes it, and then at the end of this week, we're gonna let everybody vote on what time suits better for them. I am K Styles, aka the Shogun. To my stage left, as you already know, it is Senator Mad Mike.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn me. I'm not asleep this time, y'all.
Exactly. And at the bottom of the screen, we have our special guest. We got the Joker, the supervillain himself, the therapist ATL is in the building.
Joker here. I'm on this show because I heard you guys were saying some pretty mean things about me. But we're going to get to the topic at hand. Y'all give it up for six man K Styles. The show.
You said they saying mean things about you.
Yeah.
No. No, if you part of the unholy alliance, you know they say mean thing about us every chance they get.
Every day.
But hey, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in right now, man. Mike, how we start the show, man? It's the what? Welcome.
That's it.
Welcome.
Roll call.
All right, so you already know how we do it, man. Once we get to the roll call, that means that means it is the DJ's turn to go ahead and spin the beat. Go ahead. All right, so appreciate everybody tuning in. Like you said, this is a afternoon show. Like you said, man, hopefully everybody got home out of traffic on time. 9 out of 10 you probably didn't. We appreciate you listening.
I want to bust a free throw.
Go ahead. Got the beat right there for you.
My name is Mad Mike. I thought I was right off the beat, but I'm not on beat. Yeah, my nigga, y'all try to get with me, but I tell y'all that I'm not for the street. I'm at first. I'm getting real. Y'all know off the real deal, holy deal. Huh? I'm gonna tell you twice, and if I tell you once, I'm gonna pop you twice. Now that was hard, y'all.
And
that was hard with it, y'all. Yeah.
And that was brought to you.
Yeah, boy. Don't I sound like Drizzy? Did I sound like Drizzy? Yo, you can't tell me I'm not Drizzy, boy.
And that was brought to you by the AFN Trap Stars.
Ooh! Woo! Fire! Heat!
What in the hell?
Oh!
What the hell was that?
I don't even know.
And that freestyle was brought to you by the Golden Niggas of the Unholy Alliance.
Yeah, that would go with the nigga all the way. I don't know what the hell I just did, but it felt good.
So that is right there. That will be in stores here coming the summertime.
No. Nope, it's not gonna be in stores. I leave it right here with it in the archives.
So we're gonna
man, Mike embarrassing himself for the ninth time.
So we're gonna do like them lifetime CDs.
Yep.
Yep. K-Styles.
Order online at madmixsports.com.
No, they can find it at afntrapstars.net.
AFNtrapstars.net.
JD had already called your ass a one-hit wonder.
Shit, that's good enough for me, goddamn. I ain't thought I was gonna get one.
All it takes is one mic.
Look, I'm good at freestyling. I'm good at freestyling when I'm talking. I'm not a rapper, yo. But I think I'm a rapper.
DJ, cut that shit off before we start freestyling. All right, man, let's go ahead. We got
a war for the freestyle like the joke up in here, y'all.
Hey,
we got Smooth C78 in here about whatever. J Diaz, D Coleman, King Treyway. We got Johnson in here. We got Two Truth TV. That y'all know that's the OG Chauncey in the building. Hey man, as you coming into the building, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, as well as hit that share button. Make sure you hit the notifications for all. So, like I said, we're going to have a few more people coming in here, and this is going to be the prelude to the Ladybirds of AFA.
Yeah.
So, we kind of changing it up a little bit before the season start, so it can accommodate everybody. So, Mike, Juan, what's going on?
Oh yeah, we chilling. It's been an interesting week already.
Okay, interesting week. All right, man. So that's how we doing here, man. We're gonna kick it off with some NFL news, some about, you know what? Y'all got anything y'all want to get off y'all chest before we start the show tonight? Before we start the main topics tonight, what y'all want to get off y'all chest?
If I may, Fred Butts here seems to be on one accord with me. He says, "What do y'all think of the schedule?"
Okay.
And I put a short out, which you guys can go check out on YouTube at the Therapist ATL 78. But it seems to be we have an issue with people being scared of a schedule that has not been played yet. And I find that rather hilarious.
Ooh, do tell.
How? Now, I scrolled down Twitter one day and tripped and fell over somebody having a meltdown talking about, oh my gosh, the schedule's out. What are we going to do? I don't know with this schedule like this. I don't see us getting over 500. Really, nigga? Excuse me, K-Style, but really?
Go ahead.
Really? Because we're playing.
You actually gonna tie. You gonna actually tie into everything I'm about to say on that.
Okay, yeah. So really, you scared of a schedule that ain't been played yet? I got a question for y'all out there. Have you seen our draft? Have you seen our free agency? Have you seen this team? Do we look like we're scared of anybody? Now, if this was 21, maybe I'd probably have my reservations too. This is 24. Have you seen who we have? We have people of the likes of Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. Need I go further? And to top it off, even though some of y'all don't like it, we do have a veteran quarterback and a rookie quarterback that was in first round pick type thing. And we do have a brand new head coach and coaching staff, to include 2 quarterbacks coaches who have already been knee deep in development. To include a defensive line that looks like they want to take your cookie, your house, and probably your draws.
Oh,
not the
not my
draws,
bro.
not the draws.
Yeah, the draws. Yeah. So what are we scared of? K Styles, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go because you know what? This is just upsetting
Well,
upsetting my body
well,
rhythm.
for John St. Clair, um, he said he hasn't seen the schedule yet, so pretty much what everybody is kind of having a upheaval about, and yes, I'm using the word upheaval. I bet you they ain't think we knew what that how to use that word in the
Not
first.
even know how to use the word. Yeah.
The first 5 games of the season is week 1 Steelers, week 2 Eagles, week 3 Chiefs, week 4 Saints, Tampa Bay, week 5. And week the Eagles is a Monday night game, Chiefs is a Sunday night game, and Tampa Bay is a Thursday night game.
Mm.
Now, before I get to it, Mike, what's your take on that, man? What's your take on that schedule? Well, what'd you take on that first? Because this seemed like this is really the only part of the schedule people are really only concentrating on. So let's concentrate on that. What do you think about that?
The first beginning of the schedule.
Yeah, because that's the one everybody's tripping on right now.
I mean, is it really that big of a problem? Um, we know what Arthur's going to do for the most part. We know what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do. Um, come their game, they're going to be physical and they're going to run the ball and they're going to play Steelers football. So that really doesn't surprise me. The thing is everybody just don't understand they have to get with our style of ball. Like
Mhm.
it's always fear first. It's like fuck fear. I don't give a shit. Like y'all know I'm a horrible rapper and I should never be rapping ever again. But motherfucker, I would try. I would try. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't mean you shouldn't even have me let me have a mic and say, all right, Mike rap. No, those words just don't go together with me. Okay? I shouldn't be
We
nowhere
just,
near
I
them.
mean, we actually just kind of heard that right before the show
I
started.
I, I know, like they
Hey,
know that. It's a certain thing we
I can't do no better than my damn self. So no,
can.
I
Hey,
just
hey, 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 K Styles, if you could, when we get a chance, 3:30 say he wants the link. So you more than
drop the
welcome if
link.
you can get.
No.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
talking about he want the link to your channel.
yeah.
I got
So
it. I
so
Yeah,
know.
so
yeah.
so all right. So yeah. So he gonna put it in. So it's pretty much the therapist ATL.
As a
78.
matter of fact, Kev, you do it.
Yeah. 78 at YouTube.
All right. All right. Let's see.
But yeah, it's just certain things you just I don't like people just got a habit of thinking worse first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's a mentality that I don't like. Anybody know anything about me? It's like why are we always thinking the bad things first? I think about the good thing that could happen. Like that's a natural reaction to the media, and right now it's the media that's driving y'all, and that's to just think the absolute worst first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Don't be a pawn in the media's game because it's clearly a game, and a lot of y'all have no idea that you've been played.
Right. And the reason why he's saying that too is this essentially is basically the NFL saying is we want a soap opera in Atlanta.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
Now y'all probably wonder why do I say soap opera in Atlanta?
Ooh.
I'm gonna ask everybody in the comment section. What do you think I mean by soap opera in Atlanta? Y'all got 30 seconds. I'm gonna see what y'all. Let me see if we on the same accord here.
T. Lloyd was good.
Shoot,
T.
he got
Lloyd, Michael Walker. We got Workflow Dre in the building. Shouts out Georgia, Texas boy as well. Mucho Grundy, 3 Dirty, UK Knight.
K Styles. We actually got multiple soap operas going on in Atlanta.
Hmm. But this is the main one I want to speak on. Trauma lock. What's going on, man? Terry Lloyd said QB1. Trauma lock said noise. Workflow Dre said we got to play a lot of ex girlfriends. That too.
Ooh.
Now, let me explain why I say this. When you look at the first 5 games of the season, how many of those are playoff teams from the previous year? At least,
Nope. I know one off the bat.
at least 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Did Pittsburgh make the playoffs last year?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
No.
Reason why I'm saying this is because what has been the prophecy of the Atlanta Falcons fans and media for the last few years? I'm asking both of y'all that. What has been the prophecy that everybody was hoping
for? You mean K-Style us getting a particular quarterback?
Correct. And you know how much everybody's been begging for that particular quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm talking about Junebug, right? So we know we already got that established.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons signed Kirk Cousins before they got Junebug, right?
Mm-hmm.
I find it very interesting that the first 5 games, 3 of them are going to be televised.
Yeah, look at the days too.
Because this is where Mike kind of alluded to it too as well. Wait a minute, camera's kind of low. There you go. They know the mindset of what the Atlanta media and fan base is like when it pertains to Junebug and this quarterback situation. Okay. Why would you put look? You put 3 playoff teams in the first 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The first game is against Pittsburgh Steelers. And who's the OC in Pittsburgh?
Arthur Smith.
Now, let's put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
The first week, you're going against Arthur Smith as the OC in Pittsburgh. The next 2 games, you're going against 2 of the 4 teams that was in the previous 2 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm. You
got 2 division games after that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know what happens if they don't go 4-1 or 5-0. What's going to be the narration that's going to come into
me? And I'm going to name it the Cam Newton effect. He's got 6 games. Say it with me, everybody. 6 games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Okay.
6.
So you call it the Cam Newton effect. So pretty much, we already know Kirk Cousins is on a ticking time bomb before everybody start begging for Junebug play.
Can I say something right quick? Because I know Mike is chomping at the bit. Do y'all understand what K Styles just said on the days we play? We're playing Thursday night games. We're playing Monday night games. We're playing. Normally, we were exiled to Sunday games. So you know what that means? They are visually.
Look.
Yeah.
Mo eyes.
Yeah. They are visually media driving, narrative driving, and social media driving Kirk Cousins to come out of the game, and they're trying to force the Falcons to play Junebug by any means necessary. So if Kirk don't get it right these first 5 to 6 games, that's going to have an overall justification to try to force who? Raheem Morris to switch quarterbacks. Because Falcons ain't been on prime time in a long time.
Remember what I said too early in the week, and this was on my show earlier this week. Let the Falcons fuck around and lose to Pittsburgh. What's going to be the number one thing that's going to be trending amongst Falcon fans and Falcon media?
Arthur Smith beat the Falcons. Arthur, it ain't gonna be Pittsburgh beat the Falcons. It's gonna be Arthur Smith beat the Falcons.
And what happens with that?
With
Now the
the
buzz,
wrong guy,
now,
wrong for firing and all that shit gonna start.
now, now,
Hmm.
now, no, now the buzz of you need to put Michael Penix in for week 2 gonna
Yeah.
start buzzing real quick.
Now there's a caveat to that. If Raheem Morris had these boys in tip top shape and they happen to win most of these games, let's say they win maybe four out of the 6 games.
Mhm.
Now guess what happens? Like Mike said, way back. Now you've got a problem because Kirk Cousins now you can't leave.
Mhm.
And we've already said a lot of these games I'm gonna hang in the air as 50-50. But as far as them 2 divisionals, oh, we need to be 2-0 in the division at the end of this. We
Right,
need to be 2-0.
right. So this is not we're saying that they not gonna do well, but I'm saying the NFL ain't slick. They knew what the hell they was doing with this.
Hmm.
Now, for those that may be afraid of the schedule and be like, "Well, it's too hard," shut up. You want the tough teams first,
Yes.
and the reason why everybody's kind of panicking because it's Kansas City on the schedule. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Do y'all know that Kansas City struggles in the first 4 weeks of the season every year for the last 6, 7, 8 years?
Yeah. And, and,
They
and so-
use they usually don't hit stride until about week 5 or 6. So we got them in week 3.
And the thing is, you want to see Kansas City in week 1 and 2
Mm-hmm.
versus week 12 or 13. Because
Yeah,
think about it. Every team in the NFL, whether they got into the playoffs, whether they went to the Super Bowl, they have new players that has to settle in. So weeks 1 through 5, everybody is settling in.
see,
You want that
see.
problem. You don't want to be facing Kansas City when they got it together. You
What
definitely don't want
the
Kansas
hell?
City when they got it together.
Uh, right. Hey, you see Falcon for life. He said, "I see what y'all saying now."
Mm-hmm.
Kev, you got a oh.
Super echo.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, I'm gonna leave and come back. Y'all keep on going before.
All right, I got it. He said D Coleman said week 15 Mahomes be doing 360 no look passes. Right, right, right. That's the thing he's saying. We're saying basically they're trying to force the Falcons to go against what's good for the team. Because they know off the bat Raheem Morris is not going to be switching quarterbacks like Arthur Smith. It's not going to happen. We got a $5 from Terry Lloyd.
Ding 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 ding.
He said, "Fellas, is going to start in preseason. Don't let Junebug look good. They will call for Cousins' head week 1. That's a possibility. But here, Terry, here's the interesting thing about that. You've got um, Raheem Morris, who has already had familiarity with the DNA of this team. Number 2, you've got him where he's been on 2 Super Bowl winning teams. So he knows the recipe to win. And number 3,
Yeah, want to go back up.
oh, you
Oh,
want to come back out? It's still an echo?
Hello.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine.
Okay. All right. So yeah, pretty much kind of what while he's gonna be coming back in here, but pretty much what he's saying is it's pretty much what we've been talking about. This is pretty much a do or die season for Kirk Cousins and a do or die season for Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And the schedule is pretty much telling you that. Now, once you get past about week 6, 7, that's when you start looking at the likes of the Raiders, the Giants, Commanders. Got a couple games against the Panthers.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
you're right.
but hey, man, if you're a Falcon fan right now and you looking at this schedule, you want the tough teams early. You don't want them late.
That's when everybody find themselves and what's working that year. So it's like
Exactly.
Yeah.
you want to get that out of the way early. Like I said, that's always been the way to kind of figure out what's how to beat the Chiefs and how to beat the best teams. Like they switch things up as the year goes on. So you might not see the same team later on in the season.
Right.
Right. Right. And and I guess to let y'all know if y'all haven't paid attention, y'all need to listen to these smaller interviews with the players and everything because there's something that we talked about the last couple of days that may have gone over y'all head if y'all haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But they had an interview with Drake London on Channel 2. And a little tidbit, Kirk Cousins took all of his weapons to Tampa for a little training retreat.
That sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. And I made a short on it too. And the one thing Mike stressed about all last season with Bernard with the good hair is being a leader. And the one thing that I have to give OG Truth, we talked about it. He said, "What happened that 2016 season with Matt Ryan that helped lead them to the Super Bowl? He took all of the weapons and they got continuity. They got to know each other. He learned what they liked, where they liked the ball, how they like to catch it, and they learned how their quarterback, how he throws and how he plays.
I
Right,
told you so.
right.
Well,
And
well,
now,
well.
for all of y'all that think Kirk Cousins is just a one-legged trick pony, because I know some of y'all do, that's a leader. And here's the other tricky part that y'all not paying attention to. A smart quarterback that knows he's got a short leash is going to bring his rookie backup with him. Why? Because you get to know who's replacing you. And you want to make sure that the rookie that's replacing you can do better than what he's done in college. So you take everybody with you. You take your running backs, your tight ends, your wide receivers, and you take your new rookie quarterback and you go down there and you throw the ball. Why? Because all your quarterback needs to know is where does each of my men like to catch? Is it back shoulder fades? Is it over the top where they can use their wingspan? Is it in the chest? My running backs, how you like me to hand it off? What kind of routes? Because he's a veteran quarterback, he knows what routes benefit what positions because he's seen them all. He's seen every defense. That's the continuity you want on your offense because now when the team gets on the field, everything they do is second nature. They're not figuring it out. That makes a dangerous offense.
Got anime over here called saying you
I,
ain't Prince. Let me get this
look, I'm trying to be
shit.
out there.
Little red Corvette.
Look,
We got Fred Buzz with
I
the
look. Believe it or not, I used to get mistaken for Prince all the time. Cause never mind, I don't want to tell that story again. But in high school, I used to get called that all the time, and I hated it. I hated every word.
Hey man, Trauma Loss here said finna pull a Matt Stafford on y'all. Fred Buzz here said no fear, 13-4. Hey man, I'm going off of Raheem Morris's words, man. We gotta win the South first.
That's it. We got to outrun the South.
I don't give a damn what the record is. You got to win the South.
Losers don't understand this. You're a fucking loser. And I've been telling y'all this for a while. Quarterbacks that want it, they're going to seek knowledge from everyone and everybody moving. They don't give a damn if you pass or present. They want the knowledge. And this is what great quarterbacks do. This is what great leaders do. They don't look for example, they look for answers. Okay. They don't look for examples. They look for answers. They don't look for excuses. They look for answers. Answers is what they're looking for. So if you want to be great, you're gonna look at every little thing and try to critique every little thing to try to get the right answer. And this is exactly what Michael Penix needs for this offense. Learn how to learn.
I was about to say, I got a quote for y'all. And this may be a quote from somebody. I don't know. I just thought about this on the fliz eye. But if you're more focused on the question instead of trying to solve the problem, then you're going to be stuck in Lambeau. Truth. What's happening?
There you go.
So you about to do that Lambo leap?
Giving honor to God.
Absolutely.
Apps, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I'm actually glad you came in here too, because we actually about to get into the next topic, and I want you to answer a question here. And this is the topic for tonight's question. I'm gonna let you start it off. How important is special teams in football to you?
Ooh.
Monumentally important. It means field position. Field position means, listen, you can actually win or lose a game depending upon field position. If you got bad field position, and if you're on the offensive side of the football, your quarterback is in a pickle. All right. So in our case, we got a veteran quarterback that's got a bad wheel. So if he's got to do something, being that he's in a precarious spot, backed up, he may try to do too much, torn whatever out.
Right.
Flip it on the defensive side of the football. I mean, if your punt team is bad, you're not making tackles, or the punter sucks. The defense be behind the 8 ball. Got to start possessions at midfield, giving the offense, giving the offense that much of an advantage, and then you can go the same way as far as kickoff and kickoff return. Field position means a lot. So, yes, special teams is huge and monumental. You can steal points on special teams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Steal points, block punt, safety, block punt, touchdown, block punt, bad field goal position, big kickoff return, touchdown, big kickoff return, flip the field. So,
okay. Hey, Juan.
Yo.
What is special? What does special? And everybody that's watching right now can answer the question too, and we'll read your comments as well. So, Juan, how important is special teams to you in football?
Well, I'm gonna flow off my cousin here. What special teams does by having good field position?
Hey, y'all know y'all heard that, right? Listen to what he just said again.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know, Truth and the therapist are family. Just like we all family.
Right.
I know some days he don't want to claim me. But,
I did some homework, boy.
But special teams, basically what he was saying, what Truth was saying was, look at it this way. You got I will say right now a fresh veteran quarterback, okay? Mm-hmm. The one thing you don't want is him doing extra stuff. You don't want him in the backfield running for his life. You don't want him taking unnecessary hits and blitzes and stuff like that. But you don't want him feeling like he has to be the hero. A lot of times when you get quarterbacks, when they got to go the length of the field, a lot of them feel like they got to be the hero. So they start doing extra stuff. You want a short field because what that does is you don't wear out your offense. particularly your offensive line, because the shorter the field, the less downs it takes to get into the red zone. Okay. Same thing for your defense. If your defense has to go the length of the field, 9 times out of 10, you got new players on the team. They're not used to that long stretch. So you wear your defense out quicker, which means that what could happen? You got missed tackles. You know what I'm saying? Or you got guys that they got tackles, but they're not wrapping up. You know, they're doing a hula hoop treatment. Or you got offensive coordinators. They like to take they speedy receivers or the receivers that can stretch the field. Now you got to play with a compressed field, and your defense can't do what they really supposed to do. So you want to have that. You want to have that field advantage. Why? Because your wish and your goal is to wear out the other defense on offense and to basically stop the other offense on defense. Also, it gives the other team a better field goal advantage, because why? A shorter field is an easier field goal kick.
And a shorter.
I remember for years. We had a guy named Alan Rossum. Alan Rossum used to flip the field a lot for us in the return game. I mean, if you go all the way back to yesteryear with guys who may be close to my age, like
Tim Dwight.
See, the thing about what makes Dion arguably the greatest football player of all time, because he was a threat in
phases.
He's a threat in 3 phases. He's a threat on defense. We already know what he did do on defense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can say 4 of you. I mean, you count different.
And then you know, his return game, punters and kickers would fuck their average up to kick away from him. And then on a Monday Night Football, he played over 120 snaps for the Dallas Cowboys because he started both ways. But just the threat of that special teams, look, it gives coaches nightmares, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mike, what you got on that, man? Special teams to you, man.
Special teams. I think of Forrest Gump. No, I'm just playing.
Nah, he was just special. But
Look, he took that damn punt and said, that damn punch,
exactly.
But special teams, when I think about it, it really just comes down to is like the gold rush. And I'm talking about in the 1700s and whatnot, where people would just damn near go into caves and for days, months, just to get out like a couple of, Jews, just a couple of Jews of rock of gold. Like they would do that. They would give up anything and everything. And I say that to say this because if you look at special teams in itself, special teams is all about that one or two Jews that you get that you cannot replicate, you can't duplicate, you can't replicate a guy like Deion Sanders. We've tried before. How many guys have you seen in the college game and the NFL game that we try to replicate Deion? Deion is the one and only. We tried to do the same thing for Devin Hester. There's never been another Devin Hester, Billy White Shoes, Tim Dwight. Like we tried to have so many guys that did good in the college game, and then they got Desmond Howard. I know Dunn ain't gonna like that, but Desmond Howard is another one of those guys. You thought he would get to the NFL and he would just be different, and it's not the rules. That's not the rules. It's a man's game in the NFL. So when I see special teams, it's bringing back what we know as backyard football.
You know
That's
what?
backyard football. That's what I like about that.
Somebody fact check me on this, or somebody look this up because I gotta go because Pete game about to start. I want to say Elbert Shelley made the most Pro Bowls as a Falcon. I think he went to the most Pro Bowls. Y'all know what he did?
I'll let Mike get the facts on that one. I
Okay.
have no idea on that.
Yeah, fact check me on that.
Okay.
I think he's up there. I think he's up there though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. We gonna get the facts on that one.
Yeah.
Here. So like I said, I think you might be right, but we're gonna make sure. But yeah, Coleman here said folks forget Cameron Nazareth losing us a couple games with some punts that went bad. Hell, him and Sterling Hoff Richter. I know y'all don't remember them two names.
Trust me, I
Yeah,
still
I
have a
believe
headache.
he is
Yeah.
right. He like a 3-time All Pro and a 7-time 4-time Pro Bowl. So,
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm sure somebody made it more than 4 times.
but at the time, I think he definitely. But I mean, those 3 big honors like that, back to back to back like that.
Mhm.
Um, obviously you get it, but yeah, it's hard. Like it's hard to do that type of stuff, especially these days, with
Yeah.
everybody having the lack of uh.
Catch y'all later, man.
Mm-hmm.
All
All
right.
right, Truth. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and show some love to Two Truth TV on his channel. Um, but yeah, go ahead, Mike.
But yeah, like I said, man, special teams really just come down for me. I'm more excited by the punting game than I am like the returning game is very exciting, but I like to see those punts and kicks like when you need him the most, man. Like who can step up and do make kick that ball 60 yards in the air, down the field when you need it most to give your team a little bit more. Like those are the things that I like most about special team. Those are the things that go unnoticed, and people don't talk about that stuff. You
But
know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, and I think the reason why a lot of people don't talk about it is because today's football fan really doesn't value special teams as much as it is just simply because of the rules and how they've tried to get rid of special teams in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like you said, here's my thing, and I got a question for y'all. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Noah for this one, the professor. Cause if anybody pay attention to this channel over here, this was actually a poll question from 2 weeks ago. So
Hmm.
this is why we're having the show on it today. But Noah posed a very interesting stat. Do anybody remember the San Diego Chargers of 2010?
2010.
Mm, vaguely. Why?
Only reason I know this too as well because my best friend is also a Chargers fan and he cringes at this year. Can anybody guess what they? Hey, let me give you the constant of this team. This team was the number one offensive team and the number one defensive team in the whole entire season. What was
Mm.
what was they? Do you remember what their record was?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I do.
They went 7-9.
Wow. What? Wow.
They went 7-9. They was the number one offense and the number one defense, but they was dead last in special teams because they was getting their punts blocked every week. They couldn't
Mm.
tackle nobody on special teams, and they was missing kicks like hell.
Um. I'm gonna throw something in people's face that they don't even realize. Uh, and we were all in attendance. That Chicago game where we ran him out the stadium on a cart when Cordero Patterson ran end zone to end zone on a return.
See,
Do y'all not understand special teams can literally change the momentum of a game?
hey, look,
Uh,
look,
look,
look. How about look?
I
How
think
about
we
this?
know that. I think we know that about the hard way.
But here's the thing, though. And the reason why I say is like a lot of the football fans really don't care about special teams until special teams become a factor,
Right.
which is a when a punt when you need that punter to coffin corner that thing inside the 20. When you need your gunners to get down the field to make sure that the return guy doesn't return the ball.
Or he doesn't drop the ball inside the 10, so the other team get an easy
Mm-hmm.
chance to score in the red zone.
You want
Right.
you want to make, like I said, you want to make sure your kicker can be able to make them kicks in them clutch situations. You want to make sure your long snapper actually snaps the damn ball the right way.
Right.
So, like I said, even though this is a very seldom topic as far as football,
Ding,
but
ding, 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 ding,
it's
ding,
more fun
ding.
and games when
I
you
got a poll, Kel.
go ahead,
Got a poll. Sorry about that.
go ahead,
But
go
how
ahead.
many? I want to know. Yeah, I'll be honest with this. How many of your favorite content creators even talk about special teams?
Ooh. Mm.
We got shout out to Coach Unchained. He in here, man. Wallace Smith, D. Coleman here said El Jabbar gets a ton of love for Justin Tuck booting 60-yard field goals on a regular basis. Hell, that's what Tom Brady's whole career, majority of his career was. Off the leg of Vinatieri and Steven Gostowski.
Yeah.
But like I said, the thing about it is why I like talking special teams is because we've seen games where you see your offense get put in position, and then all of a sudden you're waiting on your kicker to make this kick take us to a victory. We saw it in 1998 when the Minnesota Vikings had a chance to win against the 49ers. Gary
Mm.
Anderson, who didn't miss a kick that whole season, missed a kick in that NFC Championship game. Falcons went down the field. Morton Anderson kicked field goal, Super Bowl.
Yep.
We
Hmm.
saw we saw
I mean, it was all a couple of games last year
mhm,
where, like, I mean, just throughout Young Wei Koo's career, where we needed those big kicks and key moments. It's like we weren't scoring touchdowns at the time, and it was games where he had like 15 points on the board just by him being consistent. And if we missed those, and even if we scored two touchdowns, that's still 29 points right there. So special teams is a huge aspect of the game that a lot of people just disregard and they don't want to talk about these types of things. How many times have we seen at Georgia Bulldogs games, especially the one where we um what game that was where they missed the field goal and then they turned around. It was a championship game. What was the championship game? Oh,
oh, you talking about against Ohio State? No, that was a couple.
Ohio State. Yeah. And that's like it's moments like that all the time. They happen all the time where you see special teams, and a lot of people don't take that seriously. But like when it comes down to it, you got to have the best of the best. This is why I like I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something else that um y'all might be upset, but I don't give a fuck about what Buckner does. I don't give a fuck if he married the damn Pope. I don't give a shit. That motherfucker better hit them 57-yard field goals. The fuck I care. Like let him do whatever the fuck he want to do while he at home with his wife or his man or whoever the fuck he's screwing. I don't give a shit. Stay your ass on that fucking field and keep hitting them 55 yarders. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, he came to play the game. We came to win the game. And if he's helping, who gives a shit? He's a liberal. Who the fuck gives a shit if he's a Democrat? Who the fuck gives a damn about him being Republican? I don't give a damn. Oh, we coming here for a common goal, and that's to win games. That's all we need to be focused on.
A political affiliation doesn't determine a football game result.
Hey,
Right. Right. Because if it does, the Commodores would be Super Bowl champs every year.
man, one. That man said the Commodores. Really? Only he would come out something like that.
but but yeah, but that's what I'm saying too, man. Like you said, as much as we talk about, like you said, the offense and how many points the offense can put up. like you said, it's always that's why they always say it's three phases to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Offense has to score points, your defense has to stop people from scoring, and your special teams got to be able to flip it.
Right. Right.
And D. Coleman used Lamar Jackson for an example. A lot of people don't know the first year he won the MVP, they had the best field position offensive starts than any other team in the NFL because what? They was able to flip field position. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what and that goes back to what Juan said. That helps your quarterback. That helps your quarterback from not doing too much. And it makes your playbook that much wide open.
Yeah. The special teams job is to make the offense or defensive side of the ball most efficient. And what I mean by most efficient, the less they have to do, the more efficient they'll be. You want that team to be so efficient that other teams are scared to get on the field because they're like, oh, crap, we know we may not have good field position. Do y'all know field position 9 times out of 10 wins the Super Bowl? Because whatever side you're on, you got to understand how hard you got to play. Do you know if any of y'all done ran the entire length of a football field, which is 300 feet, do you know how hard that is when you got to battle a bunch of slobber knockers 100 yards?
Hey, that gunner position is not as easy as everybody thinks. I mean, it's easy because it's not really a play. Unless they run in fakes. But the thing about it is, boy, you better be fast. You better get to that spot, and you better make sure that motherfucker don't run.
I tell you what. I invite any of y'all in the chat to go out to anybody's football field, pick the biggest friend you got, make sure he's 300 pounds, and try to push his ass 300 feet, and then you tell me how you feel when you get done.
Because you got to think about it as a gunner, you're battling 2 blocks.
Two of them.
2 blockers. You got to be able to get down the field against 2 guys on average.
On top of being tired.
And then compete for a tackle on top of it.
Mm-hmm. So, and then, like you said, I'm going to go with the punters, for example. Like you said, like I said, Cam Neasy, as I call him, got him a damn nerve. Sterling Hoffrichter got him a damn nerves. Like I said, these were 2 guys that could kick the ball far, but they couldn't kick worth a damn. And what I mean by that is, it's one thing to be able to punt the ball 50, 60 yards, but if you're punting it 60 yards, you're out kicking your coverage, which means you're giving the returner more opportunity to return the ball. See, there's a balance between kicking it far and having enough hang time to where your gunners can get to the return guy.
Right. Technique is everything.
That is technique, as Juan said. The best punters in this league is able to do that.
They kick it high and far.
And John St. Clair said it best. He said, special teams can make your team better than they deserve. Absolutely. You basically what K Styles is saying, when your punt, when the ball is kicked, your gunners need to be up under the ball. Mm-hmm. They should be your gunners should be up under the ball.
In that vicinity right there.
Yeah.
And guess who's usually the 4th person down the field too? Your goddamn long snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part.
That's why most of your long snappers are 3rd string tight ends for a reason. Ask Derek Brackley. He says it on the show with them.
Hey, they got the size and they got the athleticism to get downfield, and that's what you need.
Fred Buzz here said, do you think we need a new kicker? No, not right now. No. Because the thing about it is, you got to buy at least another year before they start looking into that if he continues to be missing. But the thing about it with Koo is many of the kicks he's been missing lately, it's been in that same time span, it's been games that he's won because we've won because of him. We've lost games because of it, and we won games because of him.
Right. But what we want for
Not
Coop, you don't want to overwork Coop by having him have to make 60% of the points. That's the
Exactly.
problem. Because you got to think, just because he plays and wins the game on Sunday this week, that young man still got to practice. He still got to go through all of the training regimen and then come to the next. That man tired.
Right.
thing is, you don't want to rely on your kicker to be kicking 3 field goals a game. You
Exactly.
rather be
No,
scoring.
Exactly. He better be
right.
kicking it. I'd rather him kick 3 extra points a game than 3 to 4 field goals a game.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Lloyd here with the $5 said, man, last year Falcons had the worst field position in the league at 27.7. Didn't help Bernard with the good hair at all.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He came off the field with permed hair.
D. Coleman said, Liam, lay him down, McCullum. But like you said, and we also kind of talking this because as you already know, they're going to. I think they said this season they're going to be implementing the XFL rules for return
Mm-hmm.
kicks now. So we're going to actually start seeing kick returns again, and the way
Absolutely.
and the thing about it is, see, for those that may not have lived through 2001 to 2010, that was kind of like the new generation golden age of kick returners,
Yes,
where
sir.
you had the Dante Halls, the Allen Rossums, the Joshua Cribbs, the Devin Hesters, the Andre Roberts, the let's see who else. Percy Harvin was another one. Like you said, you had prime kick returners and you had prime guys that could flip field position. But it's because that the media and some of these goofy ass football fans was complaining about special teams not being worth a damn. They had to change the rules to get rid of
Listen, listen. I love when we used to you punt the ball. You get to go downfield and knock the block off the guy that catches it, and it falls out his hand, and you walk in the end zone for a touchdown. I loved it.
it.
I used to miss them games. That was exciting.
Right.
Anybody remember that wide receiver Don BB?
Yeah,
Yeah.
One, yeah, he was another one of those guys that played on special teams too.
Here, I'll give you another Falcon great. Eric Metcalf,
yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Billy White Shoe Johnson. Like I said, the
Hmm.
like special teams for a lot of these teams is an integral part because as we saying before, it shifts momentum. It makes it easy on offense and defenses if it's done correctly. Ted Ginn Jr. is another one. Antonio Brown is another one.
Hmm.
Pat Man Jones, another one.
Hmm.
They could have used Reggie Bush on there, but they didn't. So that was a damn shame. But I don't know about Aaron Williams. I saw him doing more fair catching than anything. I saw this more than anything.
Yeah, I remember that.
But as a gunner, he was a hell of a gunner though. So that's why I give him props on that as well. Hold on, Southside said, does anybody remember the Jets Ravens game back in 2010 where there were no offensive touchdowns, but the score was like 30-17?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that's every damn Raven game. Ain't no damn this damn.
That's Raven culture right there, man. If y'all realize that that's been the Ravens culture since 1999, the 96, 97, 98, they were building on it, but it really took off in 99. But that's been their culture as defense and special teams. Deshaun Jackson, another one.
Uh-huh.
See, it's just like the offensive lineman. We don't pay attention. We take them for granted until you're begging for them to make something
The
happen.
moment of
And
truth.
it becomes important.
Look,
Does
look.
anybody remember Jay Feely missing kicks during the Michael Vick era? Does anybody remember that shit?
Yeah, please, look, they tried to run that man out of town. They tried to run him out of. You couldn't even say his name in passing.
I'm look like those things on Facebook with them PJs.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask anybody. Does anybody remember Jay Feely missing bunch kicks?
Look, man, I remember people getting it.
I give you another kicker name. And this was the first kicker ever drafted in the first round.
Why you have to bring that up, boy? That really made me hurt.
Sebastian. Does anybody remember Sebastian Janikowski?
Oh, why does man sound like the name of a toilet?
Janikowski used to kick them motherfucker from Afghanistan, bro. Good God Almighty. That motherfucker had the biggest foot ever in life.
He's in Afghanistan.
Sebastian Janikowski was one of the first kickers. I think they say he was the only kicker that got drafted in the first round by at that time the Oakland Raiders. He can kick that thing 65 easy. Problem is,
they said he kicked it 70 yards in the game once.
He kicked 65, 70 with ease. But you just have to worry about if that thing gonna be even close on target.
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me he kicking it 70 yards into the stands and people behind the goal post?
He did it with ease.
No, he did it with ease. So let me use this pen for example. Okay, I'm gonna use this pen as like a Madden meter. Okay, as you fill it up, you already know that's the 100 meter mark, right?
Yeah.
With him, half the time them shits is either going this way or this way.
He was extremist.
That bitch exploded with him out there.
Michael Walker said, "Yep, be drunk kicking 69 yarder."
He was drunk half the time. You see that big belly he had?
Yeah, he was built like Jamarcus Russell. Trust me.
Oh man, that man come out on the field being mad, kicking shoes and stuff.
So for me, that's why I always like to show appreciation for the guys like Morton Anderson and our Matt Bryant. Matt Bryant threw his hamstring out to make a kick in the damn playoff game. Well, was it a playoff game? He threw his hamstring out?
Yeah.
No, it was a game to get to the playoff. He threw his hamstrings out.
Look, K-Styles, let's be honest. He overextended that kick by almost 2.5 feet. That man was damn near kissing his kneecap. Exactly. That man kissed his kneecap on that kick. I remember that. I was hurting myself watching it.
Right. Matthew Slater was one of not the best gunners in the game. There was another one too. It was way back in the game. I think it was Kasim Osgood was also like that too.
One was for the Texans.
I think he played for the Texans. He played for the Chargers. Yeah,
I believe he didn't play with Chargers too. Yeah.
He said, "I'm actually old enough to remember Ray Guy on the Raiders." Jan Stannerud. Hell, the Packers had a kicker that had half a foot.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, he had a club on his foot. They said it was illegal. They were saying, "No, man, you can't kick with that club foot."
That motherfucker ain't got no foot.
So that means he couldn't feel how hard he kicked it.
But the thing about it is when we look at the guys, this is why I wanted to make this show, because we need to appreciate a lot of these guys. We've seen that Adam Vinatieri's, who's responsible for 3 Super Bowls for Tom Brady. Like you said, you got to show Justin Tucker,
Jason Elam, Mike Vanderjack. Like I said, like you said, you got punters, Rodney Williams, Michael Kanan.
Michael Kanan was an underrated punter here too. He was way better than Matt Marshall ass, but said Matt Bryant would die about his shit. Yes. But yeah. This aspect of the game here needs appreciation in itself, because a lot of the guys that may never be stars in this league, as long as special teams is involved, you do realize special teams actually opens up at least more jobs for more players on the football team than the offense and defense do.
Yep, absolutely. Because when they need the rotation, those guys can be taken off of there and put on the line, depending on what their specialty is outside of special teams.
Exactly. And I saw somebody say about how would that feel about using Bijan Robinson on kickoff. You may see it this year.
I mean, it just depends
We
on
we
what you
we
have.
we saw it. We saw it in the Tennessee game last year. What looking like? The fuck is he returning? What?
But a lot of people don't understand, especially for running backs, a lot of kick returners, i.e., Cordell Patterson, they have great vision. Those positions, they actually develop great vision. Because
They started a lot of them start out as running back, so it's like it's it
Mhm.
it's a natural transition for them to be returners like that.
Allen Robinson was 5'8", 168 pounds. One of the best kick returners this franchise has ever seen. Truth said it earlier. Allen Robinson may not be considered one of the greatest returners of all time, but damn it, that motherfucker will flip a field in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know Vikings it would hurt when they got rid of him. He left.
Tim, Tim Dwight was another one, and I'm naming Falcons that a lot of the younger fans may have seen, or may be able to understood.
It's a short, bald head white man that's always at training camp. If you see him, he's short, muscular. That's Tim Dwight. If y'all ever see him.
Tim
So a
Dwight.
lot of y'all too young to even really know what Tim Dwight look like, but that's him.
Oh hell, I'll put it in perspective. Tim Dwight was the catalyst for Michael Vick being drafted by the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yep.
just say that.
that part,
But hey, man, go ahead. Got about 10 more minutes because we got the Lady Birds of AFN coming on at 8 o'clock. So we got about 10 minutes. We can start doing some Q&As here. So go ahead and put your questions in here, and we're gonna go ahead. We got 10 minutes to answer them. Let's see. Oh, I got one more. No, never mind that. I got one question for everybody. We're gonna end it on this. I got one question for everybody here on the panel and here in the live chat. As far as kickers, who would you rather have in the clutches of moments? Younghoe Koo, Matt Bryant, or Gordon Anderson?
More than Anderson because they never gave Matt Brown a chance to even prove that he was clutch. And
yeah,
I'll just leave it at that.
yeah. I gotta go with that. I gotta agree with Mike.
I'm gonna ask everybody that's watching right now. Young,
Koo got some more years before he get there.
Matt Bryant or Gordon Anderson? I think a lot of people may not have been old enough to really understand Gordon Anderson back
Mm-hmm.
then. So you most likely probably gonna see Matt Bryant more so than Younghoe Koo. So I kind of understand that. Now
Yeah.
somebody up here is talking about Jay Feely. We gonna throw this computer at your ass if you say Jay Feely.
Nah, we're not gonna acknowledge you.
Or you say Giorgio Tavecchio. Or we ended the stream right here.
Oh no! Please don't. No. Mm-mm.
Giorgio Tavecchio. No.
No. Mm-mm. No. Oh. Okay. Y'all see what Maggie put in there?
Maggie said Matt Bryant's wife messaged her. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How convenient this show is.
Mm-hmm.
There may be a possibility. Y'all stay tuned on AFN Atlanta Falcon Nation. It's the final countdown. Yep, yep, yep. I said Miss Bianca Brown in here. She said Morton Anderson. Maggie said their son is in baseball championships of his school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I seen
See,
those.
we knows people. We knows people around here.
I definitely would speak to Mac because that Bryant was a big shit talker right there, boy. That was a shit talker for your ass, boy.
Yeah.
he told Greg Hardy, "You come see me, son." That's what he
Hey.
I said. No,
If you know his wife, you'll know why they together.
yeah, motherfucker, crazy. Yeah, pretty much everybody's saying Morton Anderson, kicking with K. Oh man, I didn't know anybody remembered that was the original premise of the show, kicking with K Styles.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was written. Right.
You ain't right. You ain't right, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Michael Walker said, "Cool, need to see the playoffs first." Hey, I can't. You ain't lying.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. He got asked to play the playoff game. Does
Oh, so okay. Matt Bryan is coaching football and baseball. You see this? You
Yep.
see that? That's what greats do. That's what greats do.
right.
They
Mucho said no predictions. I'm like, hell no. All I'm gonna say is they need to win the South.
not
Yeah,
look,
we not finna embarrass ourselves. Say some
yeah,
damn
nah.
shit.
They need to win that's my prediction. They need to win the South.
What? And look, I'm gonna say my thing is I'm gonna tell you what did Raheem say? We need to outrun the South first. When we get to the playoffs, anything can happen. We got to outrun the South first. Shoot, we went 3-0 last season. We need to just go ahead and clean it up.
We need to get there first, okay?
Right.
Exactly. I ain't worried about no 13-4.
Nah,
I ain't
none of
worried
that.
about no 11-6. I
Mm-mm.
ain't worried about nigga. If we win the South on an 8-9 record, I'm cool with that. God damn it.
Yeah,
We just gotta get to the playoffs.
see,
The thing
here's the
about it
thing.
is, once you get to the playoffs, that's where the real football starts.
Yeah,
The thing is, the Atlanta Falcons have to win the South.
yeah. Well, if you win your division, you win the playoffs. The case closed.
That's all. That's the prediction.
That-
Falcons win the South. We go to the playoffs. That's
Yeah,
all.
case closed. I ain't worried about them other teams. We need to beat the ones in our division. Once we do that, then we can talk about 13-4 and all that stuff.
Like I said, you can still, like I said, you still got to win some games outside of your division. But the main thing is you got to win that South. You got to dominate that South. So once if you can go 5-1 in the South, you just need about 3 more games.
Mm-hmm.
Way this shit set up. You just need about 3 more games.
Oh, okay. Look, Fred Butt said, "What's y'all season prediction?" I'm gonna tell you what my season prediction is: win the South.
Win the South.
Win the South.
That's
When y'all
all.
ask me from now on, win the South.
Win the South.
Hashtag win the South. That's all we're gonna say.
In your mouth. I'm gonna just say hashtag in your mouth. That's all.
That shit sounds like a Confederate calling card.
No, we're not doing that here. Nope.
We will not have the X on the flag. Sorry.
Say no stars and bars over here.
No. Y'all got a general lead. If y'all got a general lead, my bad. But no, we're not doing the X on the flag.
All right, man. So, hey, we're gonna go ahead and wind it down for the night. Like I said, man, Lady Birds of AFN over on Atlanta Falcon Nation coming on at 8:00. Juan, what you got in store for tomorrow for the ATL Sports End game, man?
Ooh, well, it's once again history time, people. We're gonna have something special for you in the beginning, but the show we're gonna be talking about the history of contracts. Seems that a lot of people are misconstrued about how signings happen, the dead cap, the cap in general, and like Mike would say, how quarterbacks are paid. So y'all stay tuned to the ATL Sports End game. It's going on at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. So look, stay tuned, man. We're gonna have some good stuff for you.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of already knew that this conversation wasn't going to have a lot of people in here because I know it wasn't about quarterbacks. But if you know what the convo is about, like I said, we are more than just talking about quarterbacks here. We value the entire team, not just one position. So as I tell people, if you're coming up over here just trying to listen for one position, you might as well go to another channel because we value all 53 men on this roster.
And we know y'all watching. Hey, Auntie.
So man, we're gonna give you an afternoon back. Like you said, y'all got about 25, y'all got about 30 minutes. I got about 30 minutes for the ladies come on here and give you their spiel. They probably may be talking about the schedule and stuff like that. So as we always say here, man, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share, subscribe button. Six Man K Styles channel. Till next time, people. We ain't here to play.
Oh, no.
We here to stay.
Oh, with some fat people in Indiana.
Nigga, I guess we just but hold on.
I'm looking at this Indiana Fever game. There's a lot of fat people in these stands, boy.
Hey, look, I'm gonna ask everybody this question before I get out of here. So, would you rather this show be 6:00 or 4:30? Everybody, push your answers in the comment section now before.
Shit, I'm fat.
Would you rather this be 6:00, 5:30, or 4:30? Because what it seemed like, based on these numbers, y'all look like y'all like this.
It look like 6.
K Style. Put your time in the chat, and Styles will be right back. You gotta leave, but you got to get out of here.
I don't know why. I thought I heard something completely different. I'm not going to repeat what the fuck I thought I just heard.
Look, I know what you said. Lay your pillow in my. Never mind. I'm not going to repeat it because I know what you. I thought you heard. That's why I said it the way I said.
I heard something completely different. I was like, no, I'm not finna do that.
The Sixers have it.
So
everybody's saying 6. Oh, y'all ain't calling for execute order 66. Oh, y'all.
Wait a minute. So that works well because I'm the 6th man and I'm coming
on.
Well, like I said,
how we missed that, y'all? How we missed that, kid?
Hey, like I said, put your time in the chat. And K Styles will be right back. You ain't gotta stay, but you gotta get the hell out of here.
Well. And remember, y'all, every hero needs a villain. Be the villain, not the fool.
Bam, bitches.
Lady Birds AFN, 8:00, Atlanta Falcon Nation.
Yeah, Frankie Sinatra. Oh, God.